it's like art, but on you. It's on like a living canvas.
You can just throw away art. Do you know what I mean? That can be destroyed. Your skin's there forever, isn't it?
Yeah, once it's on your skin, it's there till you die, or till you pay a lot of money to get it removed.
Yeah, I've got an apprentice at the moment, Michelle Madison, who has been tattooing now for 7 months. She started last year. She brought her drawings in, and I thought they were amazing, so I had to give her a job, and she's come on really well. The second tattoo she ever did was better than I was by 2 years.
But I get to watch these guys tattoo and watch them work and stuff like that. And John would be like telling me things as he went while I was watching him. And then I was on pigskin for about 3 months before I was allowed to tattoo my friend.
Most shops only need one apprentice, and the apprenticeship can last anywhere between a year to 2. And then obviously most apprentices will carry on to work there for the shop. So not every shop needs an apprentice. I mean, we were quite happy not to have one.
Before I got in this shop here, I think I was looking for an apprenticeship for about 1.5 years. It's not an easy thing to get into, and I think for a long time my artwork wasn't good enough. So I just worked on my artwork for about 1.5 years, the full 1.5 years.
It's hard to get into, but there's a lot of people now doing it sort of the wrong way, like through buying machines off eBay and just tattooing at the house and stuff, and that's where a lot of the sort of bad tattoos are coming from now.
I think getting a tattoo apprenticeship is definitely the right way to go, because a lot of people, when they try from home, it's a lot of trial and error. And I learned from home myself, and I know like for certain that it's definitely the wrong way, because I didn't know anything about the hygiene, and you're kind of doing silly mistakes that when you've been taught, it seems obvious that it's a mistake, like not putting your gloves on to set down or silly things like this, and there's a massive risk of infection and too many problems to go along with that. So if you're learning from an artist, they're going to know all of this stuff anyway, so they'll be able to teach you, so you're not doing all of that kind of thing wrong.
Traditional apprenticeships are a lot better because you have that support system around you, and if something did go wrong, or if you weren't quite sure and you needed help with something, there's always people who've got a lot more experience than you to help you in the background. Whereas if you're just learning by yourself, if you're learning on YouTube, or you've got a kit and just practicing on your friends at home, you've got no one to relate to, you've got no one to help you out with even little niggly things can really mess your tattoos up a lot, or can slow your progress down, but you wouldn't know that if you were just working on your own. So I think apprenticeship is a really good idea.
We get quite a lot of people coming in wanting cover-ups or laser removal because of getting tattoos from home, and sometimes, well, a lot of the time, we can't even do anything with them because they've been scarred that badly, or there's too much black in, or the ink's dropped out so badly that it's really patchy and weird, and it's hard to think of something good to go over the top of it. So most of the time, it's laser removal is the only option we can go with.
I think it's helped in just making people aware that there's other things out there than just what they'd imagine tattoos were. Like there's a lot more you can actually have done, like style-wise and artistic-wise, and there's a lot more that people are thinking more about what they're getting, as opposed to just coming and picking stuff off walls and things like that. You know, people are actually like saying, "Well, I want something like this," and giving you a bit more freedom to design something, as opposed to just coming with something and being quite stuck on that idea because that's all they've found.
Miami, because Americans love it cheesy, everyone has to have a story behind their tattoo. Like, my hamster has cancer, I need a memorial tattoo. In real life it's not like that. I wish they could take a sort of, if they filmed in here every day it would be a lot different. it shows a lot of people going in and getting like a full arm sleeve in one day. So people will come in here and be like, oh great, I want a sleeve on my arm. How long will it take? 5 hours? And you have to tell them, you know, it could take anywhere between like 20 and 40, 50 hours, depending on what you're getting. But they don't really see that because of the TV.
My nana was diagnosed with cancer before the 6 weeks of 2012, and I didn't think she had much time left, and the doctors said she had up to a year. We could say that she had less, because I saw her every day, every other day of the week leading up to her dying. I actually saw her die. And she died in September, October time. September, October time. And it just got us thinking that life's too short. Life's quite... It's like a game of chance. You literally have just got to roll the dice. And funny enough, that's what that says in Greek. Life's a game of chance. You've just got to roll the dice. And it does mean a lot to me, that one. I thought long and hard about that one before I even considered getting it tattooed. And it's generally linked to me nana.
Some people want the meaning, like the Miami Ink kind of thing. You know, they want that. Then my gerbil died or whatever. So they've got to get like a picture of the gerbil with angel wings on and stuff. But for me, I'm not really so into that kind of thing. I prefer the artistic side. Like, so I only take on things that inspire me artistically. So if I can see a good flow with the tattoo, or I can see it's going to look nice on the body, or it's kind of going to be impressive, you know, when you unveil it or whatever, you know, like I like that kind of thing. Or if there's something that feels like it's a little bit of a challenge, that's kind of what interests me. If it's just kind of, I want some flowers on the side of my hand because my dog died or something like that, I'm not really bothered about that so much. But we do have artists who take that kind of stuff on. It's not a bad tattoo when people ask for that kind of thing, and I really don't mean it like that, but it just doesn't interest me personally, and I'm at a point where I can be picky. But the other artists, you know, they'll still make them look awesome.
K&H is for my ex and my son that both passed away. It's like really depressing stuff, but that's for fuck it, just get tagged on my face, because like there wasn't really anywhere else it'd fit in, and I liked the LA sign, so I thought I'll just change that and just show it on my face. The tattooing scene is very trendy. It's very kind of, this is in at the moment, so we must get it. You see a footballer on the TV, such as David Beckham, gets like some clouds and angels, and then all of a sudden everyone wants angels. For instance, I don't know what the programme was because I never watched the TV, but there was some celebrity on like X Factor or something like that who had a Marilyn Monroe portrait on her arm or something. So then after she was on the TV with this, the next week we had literally about 15 people asking for those. So yes, it's very trendy in that way. It went through like the stage where there was stars, and then there was tribal was popular for a while, and then it kind of dies off and then comes back. And I thought the religion stuff had gone completely, but then I don't know if some other footballers copied off David Beckham and become just as popular, and then now people are asking for that again. But I never do it because, again, it bores me. I don't really. It doesn't excite me to just reproduce footballers' tattoos. I don't like copying people's tattoos anyway, so I would never do it. But it just doesn't excite me. I don't really go with the trends. I would prefer to create different things that are a bit more interesting. People don't realise this, but if they take a picture from the internet of someone else's tattoo, they take it into a studio to get that done, like just copied basically, and a lot of people do, and they take it in there and ask for it exactly the same. They don't want any changes to it. That's insulting to the client they might have had this idea, took it to the tattooist who they love. They might have had to wait 6 months to get it done. They might have to have saved 2 months' wages to get this tattoo done. And then you just go in and just copy it. You know, it's unfair. You know, the tattoo is drawn it specifically for them, and to have that copied is like a massive insult on the client. Never mind the artist. You know, the artist being paid, they're not really bothered. You know, but they kind of are a little bit. But the client who's put that much effort in, you know, it's like insulting to them to have it copied. So I wouldn't copy that personally. I would say 90% of my clients just come with a basic idea, or just tell me I can do what I want, and I can go with their idea or just do what I want.
I was just going with an idea. I don't have a design drawn out, just an idea, and let him work with it.
Yeah, it's all freehand work that I get done, so it's never going to be replicated on anyone else. No one's ever going to have the same tattoo as me. So if you go into somewhere with a photo that you want printing out, and the guy behind the counter will print it out onto a canvas for you or whatever, and that's their job. Whereas a tattooist, they're actually an artist, so they want to be creative with their work, and they want to do something different and make it individual.
Put their own stamp on it.
Yeah, because if you want a picture, you might as well just go and get a transfer and transfer it onto your skin and then wash it off after a week.
Flash shops where they've got the flash on the walls, the pictures for people to have a look through, there's not so many of them around anymore because everyone kind of wants to go custom now because it's kind of the cool thing. I think there's definitely a place for those kind of shops because some people just want to go in and pick like a nice design off the wall and have it well done.
Where I was from, small village, there was a couple of tattoo shops dotted around, but they had like just designs on the wall. But I know 3 people that have got the same tattoo that don't know each other. So I think it's just easy to come and just pick some off a wall, whereas it's a lot. You're gonna get something nicer if you just have a talk to the tattooist and get sort of them to just have a bit more freedom and a bit of their style. And I think if the tattooist can put a bit more into it and enjoy doing it, I think you're gonna get a lot nicer tattoo out of it than just someone just reading it off just for the money really and not really having much of an interest in what they're doing.
We get more people who get their names, their children's names and stuff like that. Get a lot of names, and we do get the odd memorial. I've only done 1 pet memorial.
I'm not the same as anybody else, so there's no reason.
God broke the mould when he made you.
That's right. Well, no one has the same hairstyle really. Everyone's got a different hairstyle. Everyone's got a different hair colour. Everyone's got a different skin colour. And your tattoos should be part of you and not part of a scene or part of a cult or whatever.
Got nowhere to run, got nowhere to hide. You got nowhere to run. Nothing but space, nothing but space. Who else did I say? Oh, take me out, I'm down the boat. You got nowhere to run. Everything's over, that I used to know. I never saw things do. Don't fucking know. Do you listen? Me to do fucking sin. I won't be words. I